Hola gente azul, bienvenidas un día más a mi canal, soy Enea y hoy os traigo un nuevo capítulo de Dragon Age Origins. Y antes de comenzar el vídeo, recordaros que le podéis dar un buen likeazo al vídeo, suscribirte y dejar un comentario. Así como seguirme en todas mis redes sociales que están abajo en la descripción. Y ahora sí, os dejo con el vídeo. ¡Hasta luego! Uy, Alistair.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
Oli.
You're alive.
Yes, I am.
I thought you were dead for sure.
Mi muerte ha sido anunciada antes de tiempo, ya te lo voy diciendo. Vale, voy a decir no, gracias a la madre de Morrigan. Así nos llevamos bien con la madre.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
Bueno, pues a lo mejor no.
But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The
Flemeth.
chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right.
A ver, Flemeth es uno de sus
And what
varios
does that mean?
nombres.
I know
No
a bit of
spoiler.
magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Pero digamos que Flemeth tiene como 400 nombres y ninguno es cierto. A ver, estoy entre la opción de ¿y por qué nos has salvado? O si eres Flemeth debe ser muy vieja y poderosa. Del sitio no es seguro de dónde está. No. Estoy entre la 2, la 3 y la 5. Y creo que voy a ser Cotilla.
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Voy a decir, los guardias grises ya no existen, que se encarguen otros.
Of course. Someone else will realize what needs to be done and act in time and with sufficient sense to solve
Pues
the
claro,
problem.
obviamente, que
No
le den
need
por
for
culo.
you.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
Vale, voy a volver a ser Cotilla, acordaros.
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Wow, sabiendo lo que sé ahora, o sea, habiendo jugado los 3 juegos y todo, esto tiene mucho sentido. Estoy teniendo una epifanía ahora mismo, estoy explotándome la cabeza. Puf, 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 puf. No spoilers. Vale, volvamos a ser Cotillas y decimos...
The throne? He's the queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
Grow
Al
up.
Eamon knew what he did. He would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Eh...
I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men.
No tengo ni idea quién es ese señor,
I know
pero es el que lo
him. He's
conoce.
a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and
Of
appeal to him
course.
for help.
¿Estás seguro? Y si no, nos ayuda.
You have more at your disposal than merely old friends.
Of course, the treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places.
A los
They are
enanos,
obligated to help us
ya
during
me
the
tenéis a
Blight.
mí.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to
Oye,
me.
¿nos ayudas, Fleme?
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Yo diría que sí, pero ¿tengo que hacerlo yo? Vale, voy a ser un poco pesimista.
And when is it ever?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty
Soy
to
Cotilla y
stand
tal,
against the
pero
Blight.
ahora mismo todo el mundo se ha muerto, estoy sola y con un ser humano
So you
que
are
ni fu ni
set,
fa.
ready to be Grey Wardens.
¿No? Ayúdanos.
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew
¿Vienes
is
con
bubbling,
nosotras?
Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
Oh,
The
no.
Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame.
What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Gracias. A ver, no voy a
Her magic will be
imponerme.
useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been
No,
itching to
parece ser
get
que no.
out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
¿Cómo una pregunta. ¿Cómo es un pago el hecho de que me lleve a tu hija? O sea, quiero decir, me beneficia más a mí llevarme a Morrigan que Morrigan se quede. Pero bueno, gracias.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
Y tu
If you do not wish
guardia.
help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I
understand.
Madre mía, qué pesada la carga en
Do
sus
you
brazos,
understand?
en sus hombros
I
y en
give
los
you
míos.
that which I
Yo
value
soy pequeñita.
above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Vale, te prometo.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
If you please. Tomo una Morrigan. If you please.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or,
Okay.
if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, no, no. Me va bien que hables. O sea, tú sabes más. Voy a decir.
You will regret saying
A ver,
that.
también estaba en el hecho de si a Alistair no le va bien, pero es que prefería decir eso. Que Alistair, bueno, que me siga y que le den por culo.
Well, I always said if you want something done, do
Soy
it
una
yourself.
enana, coño, soy
Or hear
mala.
about it for a decade
No, no
or
soy
two
mala, soy...
afterwards.
Que no me importa lo que piense
Do you
un hermano.
really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Alistair, necesitamos toda la ayuda
Grey
posible, o
Wardens have
sea,
always
¿qué me
taken
estás
allies
contando?
where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Creo... a ver, preguntas.
I may have answers.
I
Ask.
may have answers. ¿Alguna vez ha salido de la
From time
exclusiva?
to time, I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stayed
A little?
and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Interesante. Vale, soy cotilla, pero quiero saber primero sobre mi vida.
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's
Por?
true. We can sense the Darkspawn.
Ah.
Conversely, they can sense us.
No me acordaba. Así en plan...
We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. It is important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Vale, perfectamente. Vale.
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Interesante. Vale, ya que estamos así un poco a la intemperie de que ya hemos acabado con los engendros monstruos.
'Twas she who
Vamos
raised
a
me,
cotillear
and
sobre
thus
tu
I
vida,
consider
chica.
her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
¿Estás seguro? ¿Completamente? ¿Tú piensas? ¿Crees? ¿Anhelas? ¿Deseas pensar eso?
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect
¿Estás diciendo que es inmortal?
the choice was made for her.
Porque
I know
no,
a few spells,
no sé qué
though I'm nowhere near
decirte.
as
Ahora mismo
powerful
me
as
has
mother.
dejado. Es que
I
yo
have
preguntaría, ¿me
also
estás
studied
diciendo que tu madre es
history
inmortal?
and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Vale.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15
Sí,
different
Morrigan
poisons
cocina.
that grow right here in this
Porque
marsh.
yo cocino
Not that I
humanos.
would suggest it is at all related to cooking.
Alistair mata, o sea, quema todo lo que cocina. Y Morrigan es la única que cocina bien, parece ser. Pues hasta que consigamos a otra persona, pues Morrigan es la encargada cocinera del planeta.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a
Lothering.
stop along your imperial highway where travelers purchase
Lothering.
goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch.
A ver, que haya una capilla, pues a lo mejor la gente es un poco lerdi. ¿Qué le vamos a hacer?
I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed.
Vale.
Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
Ok, pues vámonos.
Farewell, mother.
Nosotros hablando de Flemeth como si no existiera aquí. Oye, es tu madre, ¿de verdad? Y Flemeth ahí.
'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area along
¡Qué
with my
gracia!
hut,
Me imagino con cara de...
swallowed up by the blight.
¿Es leído, verdad, su madre? Pues no lo sé, ¿por qué no me lo pregunta a mí en mi puta
Yes, I
cara?
know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Sí, Morrigan, de acuerdo, más 8. Alistair, de acuerdo, más 4. Es verdad que aquí tenías que ponerte de acuerdo con la gente para que no te comiera la cabeza. Es verdad. Uf, no me acordaba. O sea, sí me acordaba. Es que en verdad todo de BioWare es más o menos lo mismo. Pero, yo qué sé. No me acordaba el hecho de que tenía que fingirse ropa. A ver. Vale. Este es el mapa. Este mapa es nuestro querido, apreciado mapa. Tenemos campamento, es verdad. No me acordaba que había campamento. Este es nuestro campamento de gente. Podemos venir y hablar con la gente. Literal. Mira, ahí está Morrigan. Morrigan siempre la más aparcada. Aparcada no, apartada. Aparcada. Es la más aparcada del grupo. Es verdad.
What do you wish of me?
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Hablamos?
If you must.
If you must.
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the
Cuéntame
forms
más,
of
a ver
creatures
si
to
me
watch
interesa un
them
montón.
from hiding. When a child is alone and
¿Verdad?
separate from his
No.
tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the
Okay,
young
sí,
boy
sí,
kicking
sí,
and
vale.
screaming to our lair to be
Seguiré
devoured.
bebiendo vomitas.
A most amusing legend.
Ay, vale, estoy por 2. La primera y la segunda. Y claro, mi lado cotilla me dice la primera.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat.
Eso me encantaría, la verdad. Yo sería tipo Morrigan.
But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
Pues yo estaría todo el rato como un animal, o sea, aullando a la luna como una loba salvaje.
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak.
O sea, tú no hablas su
even were
idioma,
I
en el
to
fondo.
ask.
O sea, en verdad eres una humana disfrazada. No vales la pena, chica. Pues entonces ahí ya no me gustaría. Por preguntas.
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I
Es que no
learn
tiene
nothing.
sentido. O sea,
So the answer is no,
estaría
my
guay
human
poder
form is the only one I
cambiarte la forma y
possess.
ser otra persona para fingir ser ella. No, en plan, me voy a transformar en humano porque quiero ser humano. Cortocircuito. ¿Sabes? Y eres humano. A no ser que te quieras transformar en enana o en elfa. O en kunari. Creo que no hay más especies. Por ahora. Que yo me... No, porque T20 son humanos. Esos. Ya está. Yo qué sé. Ogros. Uy, sí que hay especies, la verdad.
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents.
O sea, me
If you
está
had the
diciendo que a mí
notion
no.
to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must
Yo no,
remain
porque yo
disappointed.
soy una enana de miércoles y no puedo.
No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have
Nunca he
you
ido a un
believe.
círculo de
Some of these
hechiceros.
traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Interesante, ¿eh? Quiero preguntar.
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake
Porque
of
entiendo
what
que esto
might
es
be
un
is a
tema
dangerous
peliagudo.
path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate
Yo vuelvo a
as
decir, soy una
meaning
enana que no
freedom.
cree en la capilla. Entonces no voy a decir, oh, la capilla nos ayuda, la
Indeed.
capilla no sé
Have
qué,
you an opinion
el
on my
hacedor y su
abilities,
puñetera
then?
estampa.
Am
No
I
creo
an
en eso.
unnatural
Yo creo en la
abomination to
roca.
be put to the torch?
Soy una enana. Creo en la roca. A mí la roca me gusta porque la veo. Yo chupo la roca y sé que en la roca siente mi chupada.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to.
Es que yo no soy
But
un
enough
man.
of such talk, let
Yo
us
soy
proceed lest the
una
dust gather on us.
enana humana. Digo, una enana. Mira, +3. Eso es lo que yo quería. Yo soy una enana. Mujer. Woman. O por lo menos. Creo que soy. No lo sé.
What do you need?
Digamos, soy una enana. Enane. Soy enane. A secas. ¿Quieres hablar sobre Duncan? Venga, va. ¿Quieres llorar?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
Ya, pero tú sí. Y a lo mejor necesitas hablar. Estoy entre dos. Entre la primera y la tercera. Porque, no sé, pensé que tal vez necesitarías hablar o era como para ti. Lo entiendo. Creo que voy a poner la tercera.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us
A
could
ver,
die
es
in
que llevas
battle.
una... Llevando la vida que llevas...
Not when so much
Es
is riding
normal
on
que
us,
pase,
not with the
¿sabes? O
blight
sea,
and everything.
es duro, pero...
I'm sorry.
Don't. O realistas. No pasa nada.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive.
Claro, lo hacemos,
I don't
sin
think he had any
problema.
family to speak of.
No problema. Yo te digo.
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for their... when they fall in battle. Dwarves don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
No tengo ni zorra. A ver, me lo puedo inventar. Venga, va.
I heard about that, now that I think about it. Their spirits return to the rock, strengthening the foundation of the Tig. It sounds so strange.
Sí, la verdad es que sí, pero bueno. No más extraño que quemar a vuestros nobles muertos. Oye, pues ahí también es verdad, ¿eh? O sea, por lo menos nosotros lo enterramos.
I suppose you're right. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
No sé, no sé. Venga, va. Venga, va, venga, va. Te acompañaré.
So would he, I think.
Si seguimos vivas, obviamente. 4 a lista ir. ¿Volvemos a hablar con él y luego con Morrigan? ¿O nos marchitamos?
What do you need?
What do you need?
Ask away.
Ask away. Dime qué hace el
Essentially, they're
templario.
trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
Interesante, ¿no es lo mismo que hacen los magos?
You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't
Es lo mismo que hacen los magos.
since really our talents only work
Pero yo
on
no hay nada,
mages.
¿vale? Yo todo esto ya lo
Against
sé.
a regular person,
Fuera
I'm
inciso.
just a guy in a metal suit.
¿Dónde está? He pulsado un
No, I
botón. Ah,
never
vale.
actually became a full Templar.
Es que he pulsado
Duncan
botones y no
recruited me
decía
for
nada.
vows. I was only present during one harrowing. The ritual that they test the mages with. It's not unlike our joining, really. And just as deadly. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist. And she couldn't. We had to end it quickly. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that.
Salvajismo, por favor, no me acordaba.
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means
sea, que en el
we
fondo
become addicted.
Son adictos y
And since
siguen
the
siendo
Chantry
templarios
controls the
por la
lyrium
adicción
trade
al lirio.
dwarves. Well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
Sí, la verdad.
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows.
O sea,
You don't need
menos mal.
lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets.
Lo que estaba diciendo, menos mal que este señor no es adicto al lirio, porque si no, encima tenemos que comprar lirio para que el señor se deje de adictar. Madre mía, loco, me voy a ir a dar una vuelta por los... Ah, mira, puedo elegir. Ya lo sabía, pero... ok, o sea, están obligados. Lo que pasa que... Quitar todo. ¡Quitar todo! No, no me dejan. Vale, ahora sí, vamos a ir a LOTHERING. ¡Ey! ¡Nos han parado! ¡Nos han parado! Denerim. Cabrón.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good.
But
what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
ya te digo. Ya te digo, loco. Este señor... Inteligente.
Everything I have done has been to secure
Es el
Ferelden's
árbol
independence. I have not shirked my
de
duty to the
Redcliffe.
throne, and neither will any of you.
Lo recordar.
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this.
¿Qué coño?
I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Oh, anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing
¿Lo
what's
ves?
best.
Bantigan.
Did he also do what was best
No
for
es el
your
Ar,
husband,
es el
Your
Van.
Majesty?
Es verdad, el Ar creo que es su tío o algo así. Debo recordar. O es el tío de alguien. Es el tío de alguien seguro, porque alguien es el tío de otra persona. Mírame a mí con la cabeza tapa. No quiero que me... ¡Oh, mi perro! Mi perri. Pa' mí. Oli, ¿qué tal? Oli. Oli, qué bonito. Ah, interesante. Saben que vamos a morir. Vale, perfecto. Pues vamos a por ello. Por favor. ¿Qué haces? No tengo ni idea de dónde está yendo. Pero que... vale, Alistair ha muerto. Espectacular. Ah, que puedo... Es verdad, puedo hacerlo así. ¿Dónde estás? Uno, por favor. Vale, 2 será lo de... Hostia. Pues 2 será puta mierda porque la señora ha muerto sin que yo me dé cuenta. El alfa este y el omega. No mueras, perro. Ven en mi kimi. Que no te maten, Vamos, dale caña. Oh. Ah, le duele la cabeza a... Venga, ok.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now?
Yep.
Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Siempre he querido tener un perro. Te va a llamar... Decisión importante para la vida. Es una decisión muy importante que ya la he tomado. Se llama bichuela. Mira qué bichulilla. Ay, qué bonita que eres. Ay. ¿Me puedes limpiar la sangre? ¡Me ha chupado! Me ha quitado toda la sangre de encima. Habichuela es un limpia sangres. Me va bien, la verdad. ¿Y te puedo acariciar y hacer mimitos? ¡Ay, mira, habichuela! ¡Qué bonita es! Mírala. ¡Qué hermosa! Y puedes coger... O sea, puedes... ¡Ay! ¿Qué? ¿Qué le he puesto? ¡Oh, Dios mío! ¿Qué le he hecho? Este no es el que ha muerto intentando ser... Sí, sí.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Este se parece al señor que ha muerto queriendo ser guardia. ¿Guardia? No, es guarda, no guardia. ¿Por qué digo guardia?
I say, teach them a lesson.
How is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
Te voy a matar, ¿sabes?
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you. See?
¡Qué majo! ¿Podemos mantener vivo a este señor?
Genlock would have understood that. Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules. Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
What?
Greatest of Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are
¿Cómo
found.
que mata al rey?
Are them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really
¿Que
good?
mata al rey?
Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways. You don't say.
Sí.
He is really good, boss. Remember?
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today.
Vale, me parece correcto.
Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in
¿No
Lothering.
es mejor que nada? Ahora ya te puedes ir. Es que una vez que nos quieren robar y nosotros robamos. Somos lo mejor del planeta, por favor. What the fuck? ¿Qué ha pasado? Pero si yo estaba robando. Tranquila. Yo estaba robando tan tranquila y de repente me han empezado a matar. No, cúrate. Cúrate. ¿Tres?
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the darkspawn get us all.
¿Pero qué ha pasado?
Right. I
Es que...
guess so. I'm sorry.
A ver... Es que es verdad, a ver, no vamos a engañarnos.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts. It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tear and Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Uh-huh.
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way. Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Turn Loghain pulled out just in time.
Me siento súper traicionada ahora mismo. Es que te cortaba la cabeza solamente por decirme la noticia.
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much. Well, then let me go.
Sí, vamos. Vete y no vuelvas.
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Vete y no vuelvas, he dicho. Déjame robar tranquila, cojones.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
So you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
¿Qué quieres?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I
Por
get
favor.
it. This is the part
Me
where we
encanta
should
Morrigan, de verdad.
discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Sí, claro, lo que tú quieras, dime. ¿Alguna idea al respecto?
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
No, la verdad
The
es que no.
treaties, the ones we got from Flemeth. With these, we will be able to ask for assistance.
Mira, el perro está
Maybe
hablando.
raise an army.
Lo
There are three main
escuchamos.
groups that we have
Habichuela
treaties
seguro que
with.
tiene
Danish
cosas
elves,
mejores
the dwarves of
que decir.
Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Vale. ¿Y si lo hacen ellos?
Short of leaving for Eldon to seek them out, the
Por
only
mi
place
crazy,
to
pero
send
es
word
que yo
to
soy
would be
guarda
Weishaupt
desde hace 2
Fortress,
días.
and that's thousands of miles away.
No me podéis poner todo el peso de todo encima de mis hombros, coño, que soy enana.
Well, I
Te
don't
estaba
know where we
diciendo.
should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
¿Pero por qué? Si tú llevas no sé cuántos meses
Arleman
siendo
is a good
guarda.
man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Ay, ¿qué piensas que tenemos que hacer, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
Vale,
I
lo
was
de
asked for
Morrigan,
my
no.
opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Estoy de acuerdo con Morrigan, la verdad. Vale, a ver...
I can give you directions, if you like.
Vale, pues ¿dónde podemos
He'll be
encontrar a
at
este
Castle
señor?
Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there,
Luego ya decidimos a
someone
cuál
will
vamos
be able to
primero y
tell
ya
us
está.
where he is. If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of
Quiero
the
ver
clans that runs
enanos
that area.
por... Digo,
Hopefully
enanos.
they will still be there. You're going to have to. I certainly wouldn't want to go there alone.
Pero
Why?
Mexilarion.
Would it frighten you?
Mexilarion.
Are you
Mexilaron.
afraid of dark and sulky
No sé hablar, por favor.
I mean we won't have any choice.
Exiliaron.
You'll be there under Grey Warden business,
Me
and the dwarves will
exiliaron.
just have
No
to
puedo
see
entrar.
reason.
They certainly are renowned for an abundance of reason, 'tis true.
Ok.
You don't know where Orzammar is?
She
No.
doesn't know how to find it on the surface, fool. She has never been here before.
Ay,
If you
gracias,
follow the west road
gracias.
around Cullenhard Lake into the
Gracias.
mountains through
Por favor, ¿le
Gilbert
puedo
Pass,
pegar un morreo
there
más
I
grande
expect you to
que
know.
yo que sé que nunca le han dado a esta mujer? Que le como la cara. Hostia, tío, de verdad. Es que a Alistair se lo tenemos que hacer todo mascado. Muy bien, Morrigan.
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Of course.
That will be at their tower on Lake Cullenhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
Ok, vale, perfecto. Vale, pues...
Then you have a plan.
Estoy lista,
Fair
vámonos.
enough. Let's head into the
Ese es
village
mi
whenever
plan.
you're ready.
Vámonos, vamos a cotillar el pueblo y ya veremos lo que pasa después. Mirad, escuchar esto. Uno de los miembros de tu grupo ha empezado a apreciarte sinceramente y a respetar tu liderato. Cuando mejores las relaciones con los miembros del grupo, regresa al campamento para hablar con ellos. Estarán mucho más deseosos de sincerarse cuando no tengan que preocuparse por encontrarse con la muerte en cada esquina. Y tú tendrás que hablar con ellos más si quieres seguir mejorando vuestra relación. Puedes seguir los valores de aprobación de los miembros del grupo mediante la barra naranja que hay en la parte inferior de su hoja de personaje. Ok.
Yes.
Hoja de personaje, porque me ha dicho yes con esa voz de estoy enfadado. ¿Qué es esto de hoja de personaje? Yo quiero saber qué es esto de hoja de personaje. Hoja de personaje, por favor. Personaje, hoja. Hoja, personaje. ¡Ah! Hoja de personaje. ¿Esto? No, esto es... No. ¿What? ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Me acabo de dar cuenta. Oye, Morrigan me quiere más que Alistair, ¿pero esto qué es? Estoy totalmente de acuerdo con ello, ¿eh? Mirad, aquí, por si no lo habéis visto. Apreciación, más 12. Digo, más 11. Y tú, más 7. Espectacular. Uy, llevo a Alistair. No, no quiero llevar a Alistair. Alistair es una caca. Alistair me aprecia muy poco. Demasiado poco.
Mabar is supposed to be anyway. Do you think they understand everything we say?
¿Eh?
Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know.
Oye, menos, ¿eh?
Hey now.
Ay.
There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and
Can I get you a
adorable.
ladder so you can get off my back?
Who's the cute and adorable puppy?
Me encanta. No, no cabe. Mira a Bichuela hablando con Alistair. Si es que en el fondo son más monos los dos. Es que son buenísimos.
Wolves in these parts. You here to trade?
Pero a ver. ¿Qué es este racismo con la gente enana? O sea, quiero decir, ¿solamente podemos ser o mineros o comerciantes? ¿No podemos ser respiraderos de aire? ¿Querer andar por el planeta? ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Qué te pica? ¿Qué quieres? ¿Tú qué eres? ¿Siempre serás un granjero para toda la existencia? ¿Eres un chupador de aire profesional? ¿Eres, yo qué sé? ¿Qué eres? ¿Gente de arriba de caca de culo de pis? ¿He dicho? ¡Oh! Indignada estoy yo. Este monólogo es Enea por dentro. Sigamos. Mira, es que esta además tiene esto.
Yeah, and my Aunt Fanny's an Orlesian chevalier. You working with a fella by the bridge?
Tú eres idiota.
Not a dwarf, a merchant. Gouging folks by charging a fortune for the basics. They shouldn't have come here with nothing, I guess. Can't promise I'm gonna answer them. What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone. You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars. He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns. If he returns.
If he returns.
You mean they're gone?
Sí.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian's will be
Pues
glad.
este tío, ¿qué
He's
es?
been talking
¿Normal?
about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out. Don't let me stop you.
No mereces ni un espacio de mi tiempo, chico.
If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
Okay.
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to
Puedo
bursting.
vender cosas, me sobran un montón de cosas y las plumas de Morrigan me hacen cosas raras en la cabeza. What the fuck? Mira, mira, mira. ¿Qué coño me está traspasando la cabeza? ¿Y? Morrigan, tus plumas tienen magia. Deja de fingir que mi cabeza no existe.
I'm just warning you, things may not be as hospitable as you would expect. People are frightened.
Okay.
The band has marched north with Tern Loghain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
Okay. Gracias, supongo. Espero.
I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step
Mercaderos,
to my goods.
digo mercaderos, mercaderes.
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis.
Ya te digo,
Warms the heart.
Yeah.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Porque iba a querer ayudarte, quiero decir.
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
It is only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
Estoy contando, a ver. Esto, ¿qué beneficio me traería? ¿Sería dinero mensual, diario o de una sentada? O darme las gracias.
I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Ok.
You want me to bid against him? We don't.
Yo qué sé. ¿Qué gano ayudándote?
We have nothing to offer but our gratitude.
Uf, la gratitud es gratis. O sea, la gratitud no me va a dar de comer mañana. Voy a ser un poquito mala aquí.
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
Creo que sí, no lo sé. Es que no me apetece ayudarte. mi Enea malvada dice que te vayas.
May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
A fine sentiment, if I've ever heard one.
¿Qué me pasa?
I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
¿Qué me pasa a la cabeza? Creo que nos hemos hecho enemigos de Alistair. It's okay, no pasa nada. ¿Quién descuento? Me encanta lo de lo mato. Ahí me gusta. Entonces, tus mercancías quiero vender. Y como vaticinaba, aquí está ahí en desacuerdo. Vale, ya he hecho todo lo que tenía que hacer. ¿Y esto qué? Bandidos por todas partes. Vale, matamos bandidos. Lo acepto. Lo acepto como animal de compañía. ¿Quién coño es?
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of
En todas las estas siempre hay un loco que grita las cosas que todo el mundo piensa, oh Dios mío, está como una cabra, y son verdad. Vale, eso ya no es verdad. Mira yo así mirándolo con cara de... ¿Y este tío del exterior qué hace? ¿Por qué no bajas la voz?
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Please stop. Somebody shut his mouth.
Lo van a matar.
The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us! No! Do not touch me! You bring evil and destruction! It is the end!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
Poneros de carnazo para que yo pueda huir.
We must go north to Denerim.
Ay, mierda, lo he dicho en voz alta. Ah, no, que sigo en mi mente. Guajaja. Excelente. Pero si no hay nadie. What the fuck?
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
Ok. Hola, Sir Mamón. ¿Entendido? What?
There's simply no room left.
Ok, está cerrado.
We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. I know it's not something many dwarves do, but if you wish to offer devotion to the Maker, you may enter.
No. Gracias. No.
The revered mother runs the chantry itself, and Sir Brian.
Vamos a entrar para cotillear. Y si posiblemente robar un poquito, pero bueno.
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Brian will appreciate that.
Yeah.
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Ok, vale.
Make her watch over you.
Sí, lo que tú digas. A ver, ¿quién tenemos aquí? Refugiado. Nada interesante para hablar.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Ajá. Granjero.
Are you here to see the Reverend Mother too?
¿Aquí?
The head of this chantry. She's very busy, but I think she's free now. I came to ask for a blessing. With my family abandoning the farm to flee north, we'll need all the grace the Maker can offer. Not to be rude, but how's a dwarf come to be here? I've seen you people in Lothering sometimes, but never the chantry.
Yo adoro,
I suppose with the Darkspawn coming, you have other business with the chantry. Well, good luck to you. I need to get underway.
Yo creo en la roca, vuelvo a decir. La roca, algo tangible. Algo. Quiero llorar. Todo el mundo me dice que hago aquí, enana.
Yes, my lady.
¿Qué es este? Ese tiene el mismo... El mismo este que él, ¿no? Muy parecido, por lo menos. A ver, vamos a ser inteligentes. Y voy a decir nada importante.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
No.
Some have in
recent days.
Arl Eamon has fallen
Cuéntame
ill,
más mientras
and his
yo no te
knights
cuento
are on
nada.
a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donald, is here searching for
y ese es el
fantasies,
señor
well,
que tiene el
never
mismo
mind. Ask
coso
him if you care
que
about
Alistair.
this
Y digo
foolishness.
coso porque no me sale la palabra escudo. Gracias.
If the matter is important, certainly. The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her
¿Eres
templars.
adicto al
Normally, our
lirio?
role is to protect the chantry.
Lo
and
más
seek out
interesante que te voy a
unsanctioned
preguntar.
magic.
¿Eres adicto al
For
lirio?
now,
Por favor,
it
dímelo.
is all we can do to protect the innocent.
¿Te puedo tirar lirio en la cara? ¿Te gusta que te
Let us
tiren lirio en
pretend
la...?
that I was such a mage. What would you do to me?
I have no time to even
así
think about such
una
things
idea.
right now. My concern is protecting these people.
Hipotéticamente tengo un
I
amigo.
see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn.
Eh...
We have more than swords at our disposal. We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well.
Oh,
If only
lirio.
our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so. In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate. Our ban was summoned by Tairn Loghain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned. If the matter is important, certainly.
¿Dónde?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster. None that we know of. Tern Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner. And the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them. Now, unless there's something else you need. They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
¿Le confío que soy una guarda gris? ¿O no le confío que soy una guarda gris? Me voy.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
No me voy a confiar. Voy a confiar porque soy una nana y soy poco confiado. Venga, va.
Who?
¿Me lo ves?
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald?
¿Lo ves? Si sabía que se conocían.
By the Maker, how are you?
I was certain
you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tern Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set
mira mi chula, qué guapa que es.
So you're here looking for the urn of sacred ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. My mission takes priority.
Mi misión es prioridad antes que mi vida. O sea, cuando muera, entonces mi prioridad será dormir.
Why is that, if I may ask? Whatever the reason, the Arl won't be seeing anyone until he's recovered.
I don't like the sound of that. We should see Arl Eamon for ourselves and find out what's happening.
You can travel to Redcliffe if you like. Perhaps he has recovered. Or perhaps his son might assist you. If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Vale.
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Interesante.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste.
Creo que tengo algo para ti. He leído algo de tu amigo... ¿No?
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore.
No, la verdad es que no
Nothing
me
I have
importa.
found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly
vuestro
that.
hacedor
Once
y
Sir Henrik
vuestro
arrives.
matanza accediense. ¿Quién es
My
Henry?
fellow knight and traveling companion. He is delayed, though.
Pues digamos que ha muerto.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Me alegro, espero que sobrevivas. No tiene pinta, pero... Pero... Mira, mira, mira lo que hay aquí. Y ese chico reflejado... no, reflejado. Refugiado. A ver, un cofre que puedo robar. Sabía yo que merecía la pena. Símbolo de Andraste. Interesante. ¿Para qué lo quiero? No lo sé.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk now. I must feed the holy brazier to ensure the flame never dies.
Okay.
It represents the flames that burned Andraste herself. Do you know the tale?
No.
The prophet was burned in the ancient city of Minrathous, before the ancient mages she had fought. Instead of dying in pain as the mages wanted, she was purified by the fire and taken by the Maker into the heavens to stand forever at his side. We are all sinners. The fire symbolizes our hope that forgiveness is possible. Thus, we all serve by feeding its flames. Don't be ridiculous. It is a symbol and not meant to be taken literally. Now go and leave me to my
Lo que me
task.
está diciendo. No me jodas. Hay veces que la cosa hay que cogérselo literal. Pero me ha llamado inútil. Inútila. Necesita la llave. Espectacular. Ah, mira.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
Nope.
I am the revered mother of this Chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first. A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery.
Pues si no tengo... Hola, perdona. Estoy limpia porque mi perra me ha chupado. O sea, quiero decir... ¿Qué glorioso puedo tener en mi cuerpo yo ahora mismo? Si vuelvo a chicharrón podrido.
A Grey Warden, here.
A ti sí te lo digo, porque eres... No sé por qué se lo he dicho, la verdad. El impulso del momento.
Tan Logain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do.
Gracias.
Now, if there is nothing else... I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else...
Pues nada,
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Pues me voy, me marchito de esta cosa, que no me necesiten más, y hasta luego y un bizcocho.
My hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Hello.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
Afuar.
He's Chanter Devons.
Ah, okay.
No, he's a chanter. One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
Interesante.
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word. Sing
¿Se tiene que
only the
aprender todo el
chant.
cantar?
Then the golden city is thine,
Oh,
spoke Andras.
¡Qué aburrimiento, por favor, de vida! Un cantor dice, ¿cómo?
What?
To speak. Ha.
What hath man's sin wrought?
Oh, he cheated.
Blessed are the peacekeepers,
Me ha
champions
encantado, me ha
of the just.
encantado. Me ha encantado. Ese cacho me ha encantado, por favor. Vale, vale, ya he cogido todas las misiones.
As if we needed more fighting here.
¿Qué te pasa? Mocoso. Luego hablo contigo.
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I
What?
have nothing you want.
¿Qué?
Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted?
¿Pero qué le pasa?
I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves.
Domesticated wolf.
And he persists. Maddening!
Una cabra. Como una cabra.
Stranger, I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
¿Puedo?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
¿Y por qué no las compras?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields. He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric. I would happily pay you to make some. There's wood and nails and other goods around the village and the forest. But
Dinero. Tring, tring, tring.
we already know that. Sorry. Come back if you make some.
Dinero. Trin, 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 trin. Dinerita, dinerita. He visto por aquí otra que me pudo.
You ate my entire bag of herbs, you foolish dog. Do not think I am.
Pero ¿por qué hablas todo el rato con el perro, Morrigan? Deja a Bichuela en paz, tío.
Entirely gluttonous. Several of those herbs were poisonous. You should be pleased they did not kill you. Do not be ridiculous. I am certainly not going to give you more, even if I did have more to give.
Okay.
Oh, you have some nerve, creature, and your breath leaves much to be desired. Off you go.
Pobrecilla.
For the night. You taken care of.
Se está muriendo esa señora, ¿sabes?
Ever since good King Kalen passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing
La señora va a morir.
I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defense and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type.
Ok, pero ¿te puedo ayudar en algo?
Too much to do, and not enough time.
Pero...
I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Sí, tengo.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travel.
Sé de todo, por favor. Soy la mejor.
We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Ok, pero creo que tengo
Have any
yo.
luck finding herbs in the woods?
Ah, bueno. No, no tengo. Pues nada, te comes un...
I'll get on it.
Un robo, te comes un robo. Ay, qué gracia, por favor.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance.
¿Por qué?
Same reason the Chantry's full, packed with people who fled their homes. The tavern keeper's letting folks sleep on the floors, but he can only fit so many. And those soldiers are getting restless.
Okay.
They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking.
¿A quién
They almost killed a
buscaban?
man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're deserters from the king's army. Is there any reason to be happy? With the king dead, them darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organize. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it?
Yes.
It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
Dame dinero. Uy, se ha ido. ¡Oh! ¡Qué locura! Pues voy a entrar. Gracias por tu aviso, pero yo entro porque estoy loca.
Look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
What?
Loghain's men.
Ah,
This
vale.
can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a dwarf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
Porque es que todavía no he entrado.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt
Liliana.
more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more
Perdón.
than that.
He spoileado.
Stay out of our
Es
way.
Liliana.
You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
A una persona que... A ver, ¿qué me queréis decir?
Tern Loghain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Volvemos a meternos en el papel de Enea, la enana. No conozco a esta señora. ¿Quién es esta señora? Que de pronto me viene cantando el cantar. What the fuck? No me acordaba de esto. No me acordaba tampoco que... ¿Pero por qué nos ayuda? Tú, no mueras. Mira, mira que le he curado,
All right, you've won. We surrender.
What?
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
I was there. The turn pulled us out of a trap.
No. Mira, no voy a hablar contigo, pero lleva un mensaje a Loren.
What do you want to tell him?
I'll tell him. Right away, now. Thank you.
Adiós, que te vaya
I
bien.
apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
¿Quién eres?
Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
¿Quieres algo de
Those
mí?
men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. The Maker told me to.
What?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
The people here, they are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Vale.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being
A ver, voy a
given this
recibir a
chance.
toda la gente que quiera ayudarme. Yo no voy a decir que no, no voy a ir de tiquismiquis, pero me voy a quedar con estos, obviamente. Lo siento, Liliana, te quedas en el campamento. Es lo que hay. ¿Tú quién eres?
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
¿Y?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais.
Okay.
I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help.
Si os ayudo me dais
Each of our
dinero.
posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
Vale.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed
Hombre,
in
si
the
tengo que volver a ti cada vez que
We'll
te
make sure
haga
your
esto, tío,
efforts
tengo
are
que volver al LOTHERING,
Maker's blessings light your path.
todo el tiempo. Uf. Yo cotilla. ¿Qué puedo robar? ¿Qué robo? Hola,
No
cocinera.
dwarves in the kitchen. You think I don't see your grubby little hands snatching all the rules? Out.
Ok. En los panecillos no, pero en lo que tenías ahí en el cofre, pues lo más seguro es que sí, ya te lo voy diciendo. Ah, este es el señor, este.
Take it up with that bleeding runt by the Chantry. I got other gear to sell. Whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry
Tiene cara de garbanzo.
bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding
No diré más, pero tiene cara de garbanzo. O guisante. Ahora tengo dudas, creo que más guisante que garbanzo.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks. Check the Chanter's board by the Chantry. There's good jobs there. No, don't suppose you know anything about poison. I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison.
¿Por qué os lo ponía como entre comillas, o sea, entre paréntesis lo de veneno?
And there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster.
Okay.
I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
Vale, adiós, supongo. Vale, pues vámonos.
You accuse me of thievery. I saw you take the supplies from my car.
¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Qué pasa?
We fought the Darkspawn in the wild.
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming
¿Pero qué
in
está
close.
pasando?
What about my food?
I said enough.
¿Granjero? Dime tu versión.
That marshman stole from me. I know it.
¿Quién hay aquí?
Shokke basit isra, marade starit. Basit, abana kyun,
Maras Shokra Anan Samkyun.
¿Qué?
You aren't one of my captors.
No.
I have nothing to say that would amuse a dwarf. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
¡Kunari! ¿Qué es eso?
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
¿Por qué?
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
No.
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
No.
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children. Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. 20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
Ni comer ni nada.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders. I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
¿En serio?
Because I wished to. Death will be my atonement.
A lo mejor hay otra forma.
What does your wisdom say is equal
Luchar
to my
contra la
crime?
ruina.
The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden then?
Sí.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not.
Ya me está llamando bajita.
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
Vale.
Farewell then.
A penitent man left to be torn to pieces by Darkspawn. 'Tis a fine example of the Chantry's mercy, is it not?
Sí, la verdad es que sí, pero no vamos a comentar nada. Uy, podría liberarlo, pero voy a hablar con la señora capillesta. Voy a hablar con la capillesta. ¿De qué?
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower.
Alistair, por favor.
That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a
Illegal.
book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Hey, prima, ¿qué tal?
What can I do for you now? It might have been kinder to
Libéralo.
execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Pues porque...
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
No.
To defend against the Blight. Perhaps that is a form of atonement. But are you certain you can control him?
Sí. Estoy entre la 1 y la 3. Pero voy a ir a persuadir.
No, I cannot. There will be too much trouble for us if we are seen cooperating with you.
Vale, tendría que ir a...
Now we threaten priests. How fun.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get out of hand here.
What is the meaning of this?
Tranquilidad,
You
tranquilidad.
would threaten me with violence?
Sí.
Your Reverence, please. We are on an important
Se está
mission.
yendo todo de
Let
control.
us take the Kunari off.
La enana se vuelve loca.
I see. And if not, I am to be assaulted. Is this what we have come to?
No, Your Reverence. I will not allow that to happen.
I have more important matters to concern me. Here, take the
Me
key to the
llevo
creature's
muy
cage
mal
and be
con
gone.
Alistair, por
Do not
favor.
return.
Lo que hay. Es lo que hay. Ahora verás, menos 14. Menos 13. Hostia, tú, loco. Estoy ahí a menos 9. Oh, no, 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 qué vergüenza. Qué mal, qué mal, qué mal, qué mal, qué mal, qué mal, qué mal. Alistair nos odia. ¿Qué te pasó, Templario?
Miss, what is your name? You...
No sé, me ha llamado la atención ese señor. No sé por
You
qué le
would not
habla.
be the first to think so, but avert your eyes. I will not have you staring over long.
Best get used to it. I'll be watching you. We want no trouble here.
¿Qué te pica? Espera, me ha dado una llave. Me ha dado una llave. Me ha dado una... ¿No había aquí algo que solamente se podía abrir con llave? ¿Algo? ¿El qué? No lo sé, no me acuerdo. Esto. Ah, no, ya lo robé. Cojones. Me lo da tontería.
Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
Oh.
Company? Do I even want to ask?
Company.
No, you really don't.
Company. Oh my god. Company. Hola, este te podría abrir. Hace tiempo, pero...
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
Digamos que he utilizado persuasión.
Perhaps we have different ideas of freedom.
Sí.
And once I am free, you expect me to go with you.
Espero que hagas lo que tú quieres.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the blight.
Vale.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Perfecto. ¿Y qué sucede? Si me molestas he decidido matarte. What the fuck.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Claro que sí, señor. Claro que sí. Qué bien. Mira, nuestro equipo va creciendo. En una zona ya me he llevado 2. Pero me sigo quedando con los míos. Y con esto y un bizcocho vamos a dejar por aquí este capítulo, que se está haciendo largo. No sé cuánto tiempo llevo jugando, la verdad. Pero ya tenemos a Leliana y a Sten. Y Alistair nos odia. O sea, no hay más. Y nosotros queremos habichuela. Tenemos habichuela, habichuela, habichuela. En este capítulo hemos recogido a 3 personas, que en el fondo nos quedan 2 más. Creo recordar. 3. Si contamos con el DLC. Pero no lo vamos a contar. Así que 2 personas. Bueno, conclusión. Que con esto de un bizcocho nos vemos en el siguiente capítulo. Mañana a las 8, supongo. Hasta luego.